trip. We're in Texas now, heading to Fort Worth, and Pastor John just posed a question to me. What was it, John?
What was the number one reason that compelled the Apostle Paul to preach? Not the number one reason, because that was the grace of God. But he was so driven to speak to, I don't know.
So what was the number one reason?
What was the number reason?
What was the number one reason that you think?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No. I wanted to look that up.
Oh.
That's what I would have looked up in my
Well, let's think about it.
email.
Maybe we'll get some
But-
comments from people that'll tell us what they think the number one reason was. I mean, obviously, God talked to him, spoke to him audibly. That would be a big one.
But it removed the law. The
Well,
law.
that's right.
Because he was high up in the Jewish and all the regulations.
And you know, he started speaking to the Jewish people, but God led him to the Gentiles, and so it took him a little while to find his calling, which was interesting. I mean, he didn't start really preaching until, what, 40 years?
Some say 3 years.
Oh, 3 years.
Some say 8 years
And
after, you know, and I don't really care. He was on fire for the Lord.
that's right.
And for that grace and that freedom that Christ gives, and letting us trust him, depend on him, and have faith in him, knowing that he gives us the strength to deal with everything.
And that reminds me of what we were talking about yesterday with people being bogged down with rules and regulations. It's almost like the law. The church seems like we have to make our own laws in order to make ourselves seem good enough.
And I don't want people to get doctrinally locked.
Right.
God is God. He doesn't wear a name badge that says a denomination. God sent his Son and the Holy Spirit to give us life. And Paul said it best in Acts 17, verse 28. In him I live and move and have my being.
And that's probably the number one reason that he had to go out and share that with other people.
Yep.
Very good. So that's our first conversation of the day. We just left Amarillo and we're heading to Plano, Texas to a church event. Just for those of you who don't know, Pastor John's voice is that way from an accident when he was 19 or something like that.
Turned 19 when I was in coma.
Oh yeah, he fell 40 feet on cement, broke everything, and had a trach and all kinds of terrible stuff. But God healed him because he wasn't supposed to live. Oh, there's the sun. Hey, follow us on our journey. We're living in this van with the dogs. Doesn't that look like fun? But we are moving into warmer weather and we're having a great time. So leave us a comment. Tell us what you think.
But love the Lord.
Love the Lord.
And know that he gives you life and life more abundantly. So we don't have to depend upon flamingos or other assorted things to bring us happiness. God is alive.
God bless you. I love you. See you next time.